I'm sure, like many of you, I have been really angered over the decision of this pedophile pastor, Robert Morris, receiving a reduced sentence of 6 months in jail out of a 10-year sentence. Well, the man should have received a life sentence for violating a 12-year-old girl for years. And I'm sure we all have seen the videos of him standing before his mega church and alluding and talking about his transgressions of the flesh prior to receiving his faith. And you mean to tell me over all those years you didn't understand right from wrong? So in my book, it's just a crock of crap. And it really hits home to me and probably a lot of you. I mean, I was a single dad for years raising two exceptional girls. I mean, they were young. I used to have that awkward conversation with them if anybody had touched them inappropriately, and like, oh, Dad, but they didn't want to have the conversation. But it was because of guys like this guy. Anyhow, and I know all of you parents of girls, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This next week, we're going to start, rather I think predictably, hearing about the Epstein files again. And it's more important than ever. They need to get released. I mean, here's just one guy. And in the Epstein files, there are hundreds of guys just like this guy. And that's why it has to be released and hold these white, privileged, now old-ass guys accountable. And not where their sentencing is just for 6 months. Let the chips fall where they may. And all these diversions of the White House. And you have Kristi Noem out today saying that in Portland, it's a war zone. Good God, I mean, a war zone, yeah, created by them, by sending all of their hoodlums into, now trying to go into Chicago too. Well, they're in Chicago. A war zone created by them, but that's not the root of what I'm talking about right now. But we have to stay focused, people, and that is releasing the Epstein files of all those young girls that were violated by white, privileged, old-ass men now. We owe it to these women. They have to have their day in court and hold these white men accountable.